Hey guys, D Smooth here, back at another video. Today I want to talk about why is Sonic so strong? For years, people talked about Sonic versus Goku. People say, "Oh, Goku destroys Sonic. Sonic is a hedgehog." That's what the discussion was like for most of the internet for pretty much decades. Then recently, in recent years, people have finally like when Sonic started doing good again, Sonic started making good games, people started putting respect on Sonic's name. And power scalers started recognizing that Sonic is actually really, really strong. People like Seth the Programmer before he was a pedophile acknowledged that Sonic is freaking like high D. People like Timbrist, Clyde, all these people are acknowledging that Sonic is really, really strong. Finally, after all these years, people are starting to acknowledge that Sonic is ridiculously OP. But why is that? And it's not just in the Archie Sonic games. It's not just in the Archie comics, but in the Sonic video games too. He's ridiculously OP. But why is that? Why is Sonic so powerful? And that comes down to the narrative. Sonic, whether you believe this or not, is a force of nature type character. He's someone who maintains the natural order of his world. Similar to a Captain Planet type being is to maintain the natural order. In fact, the message of Sonic the Hedgehog is a pro save the environment message. That's why Sonic is an anthropomorphic animal who fights an evil scientist from capturing other anthropomorphic animals and turning them into robots to save the environment type message. Sonic is a force of nature type characters, and these type of characters are naturally OP. If you go into Sonic 3, you see there's a prophecy on the wall. There's a prophecy of a hedgehog wielding the Chaos Emeralds. So we see Sonic is a prophesied warrior of his world who is chosen to wield the Chaos Emeralds and protect the world. He is a chosen one figure of this world. And when it comes to Super Sonic narratively is invincible. The only people who can really press Super Sonic are cosmic beings or gods who are really high up on the totem pole. That we see this constantly. People like the Time Eater, people like Dark Gaia, which by the way I hate Dark Gaia because he's a god of destruction, even though chaos is supposed to be the god of destruction in this universe, which is kind of a contradiction. But regardless, we see that people like chaos, people like Dark Gaia, people like all these cosmic type entities, they're the only ones that can press Supersonic. And sometimes Supersonic has to get in some help in order to fight. That is the narrative of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic's narrative is that he is a force of nature. The only people who can match him are, especially Supersonic, are these cosmic entities that are high up on the totem pole. That is a part of the Sonic narrative. See this repeated overall. Even the worst Sonic games still get this right. And see, we also see that if you go into the lore, Sonic's base form grows more powerful to the point where he can defeat people like Perfect Chaos without the Chaos Emeralds now. Sonic does train. It's not shown in the games, but in the lore he does train. We show that in Sonic Battle, in Sonic Advanced. We see a cutscene that says Sonic goes on adventures just to train. Sonic does in fact train. He's nowhere on the level of Goku in terms of fighting skill, but Sonic's narrative, he is a force of nature type character. That is why he is so ridiculously strong. He is built like this. The narrative makes him so powerful. Narrative does matter. You wonder why certain characters get away with things that they shouldn't. Like Batman, we see Batman do things that no human being should do, but Batman's narrative is that he's the best of humanity. So he's got this built-in plot armor. Sonic has more plot armor than Goku. He has probably the most plot armor. He's got one of the most plot armors out of any fictional character. Sonic's narrative is similar to that of Kirby's narrative, and that they are cosmic force of nature type characters. Forces of nature are built to be OP. That is Sonic's narrative. Now, the reason why people weren't putting respect on Sonic's name back then for so long is because Sonic was in a dark age. Remember Sonic 06? Remember all those bad Sonic games are coming out. And because of that, people really wouldn't put respect on Sonic's name. I'm going to go a bit off topic for now. And your reputation does matter when it comes to power scaling. Because if people don't care enough about your franchise, they're not even going to consider you that strong. Even though you actually are, if they don't care enough about your franchise, they're going to overlook you. And now that Sonic's popping off with game after game that are good, people are finally putting respect on him and acknowledge, hey, Super Sonic is kind of OP. You like fight a cosmic entity that can eat time for the seventh time in his existence, and they're finally acknowledging just how overpowered and broken Sonic really is. Especially with the movies also doing successful. Sonic really is a broken character due to his narrative, and now that he's finally popular again, people are finally acknowledging his power level. That's all I got for today, guys. Like, subscribe, see you guys later.